welcome to another video. I'm going to start by saying that if you're looking for a super dramatic video with a lot of feels and whatever, this is not the right video for you. This video was made because I have more or less stopped playing Everquest II and started playing World of Warcraft instead. So instead of just throwing away all the movie footage I have here, I decided to make this video because it took like 40 GB of my hard drive space, and now I'm using it for this video instead. In this video I'm going to show off some footage and I'm gonna tell you what it was supposed to be used for, and I will also show off some really interesting bugs I've encountered in this game. And well, that's about it. So thank you for watching, and I hope you like this video even though it may become pretty long. And now that I'm finished talking about that, I'm gonna stop using text and tell you in person what these footages were meant for instead. This one was just, I thought it was a cool special effect, so I was gonna make a video about special effects in Everquest II, but that video was cancelled, so yeah, this is one of those occasions where a scripted event actually happens in this game. And the fact that I even had to make a video like that is kind of the reason why I've stopped playing this game, because the special effects are almost non-existent. Another special effect in this game I really like is when you kill these enemies and they kind of turn into shriveled up plants. However, if you kill them with an ice spell, the texture on them kind of bugs out, so you still see their faces like they were not supposed to be seen. I mean, just look at her face while she's inside the ice. I can't even describe this. This is the legendary meat beast. No more explanations. Because I played the pre-quest before Velius was released, I kind of unlocked Lodisal, so I had 2 Lodisal. I don't know if this bug is still around because I haven't played this game for like 2 years or something. But when I did play the last time, I had 2 Lodisals here, so that was kind of fun. But this only happened if you played the pre-quest. If you came too late and started playing this game after the pre-quest was done, you can't get this bug to a cure. So I suppose having 2 Lodisals is kind of a veteran's reward or something. I have been in first place many times at Aether races, but I still hate them because they're so buggy, and I made this kind of video because I want to describe how fucking big those hit detection boxes are. Now I'm standing in between 2 clouds and I'm still getting hit over and over by the lightning storms. Things like these is one of the reasons I stopped playing this game. This time though, I kind of got disconnected or something because I got stuck in this super fast loop. And no, I couldn't get to the finish line, so I couldn't cheat, because I was disconnected, so the game didn't work. This guy kind of got stuck mid-air, drooling, so I just record this as a fun thing. Again, some random footage. I enjoyed walking around as this mimic, so I wanted to do it as much as possible in this video. I was probably gonna use it for some kind of dramatic video or whatever to describe Everquest II, but it never came to be, so now it's just bonus footage. But admit that it's kind of fun to see these things walk around. You should be able to have them as pets or something, or maybe you can actually, I don't know. Much has changed the last 2 years, so it might be possible. And speaking of pets, that's one of the other reasons I started playing World of Warcraft instead. You have the pet battle systems and you can collect pets, they don't take up inventory space. Also you can collect transmog, which is like appearance gear, and that doesn't take up inventory space. And you can have an unlimited amount of mounts. You don't have like a hard cap that says you can only have 50 mounts or whatever. I just enjoy that game much more than Everquest II because it's much more user friendly. Not to mention the cross server, which doesn't exist in Everquest II yet. To be perfectly honest, I don't even remember recording this, so I guess I just thought it was a fun thing to have this little doll standing here with a lot of drooling kobolds in the background. I kind of was obsessed with all those drooling kobolds when they died, so yeah, a lot of drool here. This is another video where I recorded a special effect, these books in like the Library of Eridin or whatever it's called, I have forgotten the name by now. And I thought it was so cool to see things like this in Everquest II. But that's before I realized that in World of Warcraft these things happens all the time. So What can I say, my eyes have been opened after starting to play World of Warcraft again. I'm not trying to promote World of Warcraft in an Everquest II video, I'm just trying to explain why I stopped playing this game, because this game, it has a lot of charm, and it has a very deep gameplay, it has a very deep gaming system, I should say, but the gameplay is kind of boring, battles are so drawn out, and progressing is so incredibly slow. So, yeah. And the footage you just saw was from my Keynote's old versus new video, by the way. I don't use it, but I don't know why I didn't use it. This is a video I created because I thought it looked funny when you switched over to the old character models. Just look at this thing that happens in between the switches. This footage was also to be used in the Keynote's old versus new video, but since the area actually didn't change a lot, I never ended up using it. This is another part of footage I never really got to use. I really thought this dragon was really cool looking, but the biggest reason I didn't use it was I didn't find a proper purpose for it. And also the frame rate is so slow. And this is also one of the reasons why I left this game. In World of Warcraft I can play at like 60 plus FPS all the time, but in this fucking game, even with a newer graphic card, the game still lags heavily. And that's because of the stupid CPU programming this game has. When the dungeon system got revamped and the marks were removed, my inventory was filled because we got compensated as creators for making our dungeons, and my inventory was like overflowing with these marks, and still to this day I haven't really decided what to use them for, if they are still usable, that is. Speaking of which, I can only have 5 dungeons published right now, so I can't really publish all of my dungeons because of this. Another reason to leave this game. The developers of this game are kind of addicted to killing fairies, because I got this fairy killer achievement and it refused to go away from the screen. So it only disappeared after I zoned, or if I restarted the game, I don't really remember. But yeah, I know a lot of people like killing fairies, but I'm actually playing as a fairy, so... except in this video. But that's because I was doing some kind of... I think I used this footage for the Exiled video I made, so yeah. That's why I'm a frog here. The reason why I made this video is because, one, I thought it was a very unique time that Fiona V was actually out in the open like this, and secondly, she's doing weird faces. This video is from the pre-event from Ethernair opening up. So I thought it was really cool to see this kind of white shine. It kind of looks like a horror movie or something, and I really loved it, so I kept this footage. It was to be used in some kind of video, but it never happened. And as you can see, I'm moving the camera towards it because it was supposed to be like an intro or outro or something like that. I think I was actually supposed to make a Ethernair video about Ethernair before Ethernair was released to show this little quest off, but it never happened. These enemies and special effects are common now after Ethernair was released, but at the time I recorded this it was something groundbreaking for this game. And I still to this day love how the white shine is kind of used to make the feels more dramatic. This game has a lot of flaws, but the graphic department of this game is making a really good job. If they hired some programmers to enhance the combat experience in this game and not make the battles take like a million years to finish, and also improve the game engine to not run at 2 FPS at modern computers, I might return to this game, because I totally love the lore and story and all of the environments and everything like that. I also love the character design in this game. Even though the animations aren't the best quality always, they are very good looking and kind of more realistic than World of Warcraft. And I didn't really have a purpose with any of these skeleton things, I just thought they looked so damn cool, so I recorded them to use in future videos. But those videos never came, so yeah, this is what it looks like anyway, and I love these kind of skeleton thingies. I found a bug this time, no explanation necessary. You know you have a gathering obsession when you gather while you're moving. And another neat little bug that happened when I was trying to fly around as I was transformed into this thing. So what I'm basically doing is that I'm floating around in the air, as you can see here. And yes, this was the actual frame rate the newer areas worked in before I upgraded my card. Even though I upgraded my card, it made a little bit of difference, but it's still very laggy. but it's nothing like this footage you see here. And it didn't stop there, things actually became a lot worse. I know that the Fae are supposed to fly once they become tiny and whatever if you use that quest, but this is not how it's supposed to work. But it was kind of fun to fly around in big size. It would have looked stupid if I was a human or something though. And Ronthir refused to give up even though he was dead. You can still hear the battle sounds over and over and over. It just doesn't want to die. I just like the special effect on this crafting quest, so that's the reason why I made this. I actually enjoy the crafting in Everquest II. It's way better than in World of Warcraft, so that's kind of a big bonus for Everquest II. But it doesn't really matter if you have a deep crafting system, if the rest of the game kind of lags behind the competition. But I wish that they had the old crafting system still intact. It was much more complicated and more rewarding as well. Another famous graphic glitch I had on my computer. But to be fair, this was due to my graphic card, because after I switched to an Nvidia card instead of my old Radeon card, this glitch went away, along with a lot of other graphical glitches I had in other games. And that big thing is supposed to be a frying pan, by the way. Damn large one. This was also supposed to be in the Kinos revamp video, but this area didn't get revamped, so there was no real point of using it. It does look pretty cool with all these ghosts teaching and preaching out their stuff though. Another one of those, yeah, it's a cool special effect moments, but I never used it. But I still think this is a pretty cool special effect. Everquest II has a lot of really nice lightning effects, and that's one thing they should have an eloge for. I don't know what eloge is called in English, sorry. Look up eloge, Swedish word E-L-O-G-E, eloge. This is another very dramatic camera angle I was supposed to use for something. I don't remember what, but it kind of annoys me that the moon is fixed by now. I liked it broke and it gave a lot of atmosphere to this game. If you're not a hardcore raider, you almost never get to see Ronthir. I don't know how easy it is to do those dungeons or raids now with the current expansion, but when I was playing 2 years ago it was still a damn hard thing to get to him. So when I could do this quest and actually see the in-game model, I decided to capture this footage because Ronthir looks special and I wanted this on footage. The final footages I'm going to show you now is from my video where I think it was called like Everquest II Overlands video or something like that. It was using the song from Pan's Labyrinth, I know, and it was on my old YouTube channel. But anyway, the reason I cut these footages out was because I found much better footages, so I never really found a use for them. I have to admit that I sometimes miss Everquest II and think I would start playing it again, but I know that it's gonna take so long to catch up with the players, unless I create a heroic character, but I don't want to cheat and do that, so we'll see. Maybe I'll start playing it again sometime if they fix the collection systems with mounts and pets and appearance gear and whatever, but right now I feel it's way too much work to come back to this game. Anyway, I hope you liked this video, and if you didn't yet subscribe, please subscribe to my channel. I have to nag on about this because having a lot of subscribers and likes and whatever on a video makes me more seen on YouTube, so it's really helping me as a streamer and YouTuber. Anyway, thank you, and please say hi to me on Twitch sometime. Thanks for watching this video. It was a lot of babbling.